Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is March 30, 2019, your source of news before any trade decision. We're going to give you all an update on the stock market depression outlook. Okay, I know you may be seeing a lot of videos and articles and news segments that is trying to insinuate that the market could be in fact looking for a recession once again and another push down to lower prices. Well, we will be your reliable source for that information because we depict on what's going on the price charts. That's going to let us know precisely what the market participants are anticipating to occur in the market. Okay, so if this is your first time watching our video, understand that we are here to give you the news according to the charts. We don't look at articles. We don't focus on financial fundamental analysis that a lot of the financial pundits utilize to determine whether or not a particular security, stock, forex, commodity, whatever the case may be, to determine whether or not if it's a buy or a sell. The information has already been placed on the price chart. If you can understand what the price chart is showing you, then you can also profit along with them and as well maintain profitability. So if this is your first time watching our video, make sure that you do not forget to subscribe. Go ahead and like and share these videos because what we're offering is definitely something unique and something that is not complicated. So now let's go ahead and get started in what we are expecting. These three indices, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, as well as the Dow, what we expect the market to do considering the last week of trading. So the first one that we're going to look at is going to be the NASDAQ. Okay, we're looking here on the weekly time frame. If you guys can remember our last video for the NASDAQ, we told you that the market is not really giving us a lot of weakness. We did see a momentary drop in the market last week, but again, we told you that the market was able to hold support right there around 7,200 points, that the market is still insinuating to us that strength is ongoing, and that's what we're still seeing. The market is not hinting right now that we're going to have another major drop in price or in points in the NASDAQ. Taking a look at it on the monthly time frame, you can still tell that the market is insinuating that it is not that concerned with another severe drop that we saw in October, November, and December of 2018. We're not getting that yet, but we are also under the notion that we are trading around a resistance area of 7,500 points, even around 7,700. Now, what I'm expecting is that even though going forward we may have to place a little bit more cautionary effort into our knowing that we are trading around resistance, but currently the market movement, the sentiment of these market participants are not insinuating to us of a major drop occurring at this particular time. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, but there still are expecting more or less higher prices to continue. Okay, they're not concerned with lower prices at this particular time. We're not seeing a lot of weakness coming to the market in the NASDAQ right now. And another positive thing is that over the last week or so, yes, we did see another indication to where the market wanted to move lower, but we maintained that. So the market is still giving us indication that it's going to move higher. That's our expectation in the NASDAQ right now, is that this particular index is going to continue to move higher. Now, with that being stated, I don't want you to think that I'm expecting it to really hit this 8,000, 9,000 point price, but rather we can hit that 7,500 point once again. Okay, the indication, the sentiment of the NASDAQ right now is still one of higher prices. We're still anticipating this particular sector to continue to move higher, and you're going to see that as well on the S&P 500. Okay, looking here at the S&P 500, you can tell that again, we even on the S&P 500 closed towards the high of the bar. Last week was one of the weakness. We have already came and held that 2,800 point price. We told you in our last video as well that that had to be maintained as support. It did, and now we're closing towards the high. So we still got some strength in the market for the S&P 500. Again, we might make like a head and shoulder type pattern. So this will be one shoulder. Okay, this is the head, and now what we're going to form is going to be the next right side shoulder. That's what's forming in the market right now. If you guys are technical analysis or analysts, this is how the market is panning out right now. Okay, so we might get another small movement back up here towards this 2800 to where we can expect some weakness to come into the market. But currently the move is still one of higher prices, so we're still anticipating the S&P 500 to continue to move to the upside. I'm not expecting it to be a major all-time high event, but rather strength is still coming in the market to where we might see another small increase to the upside in points, 2880. Okay, it might fall a little bit shorter than that, specifically since we have already came and touched that during this particular time period here. But again, like I said, in the NASDAQ, the S&P 500 is still insinuating to us that we got some higher movement to contend with in this space as well. So the S&P 500 is still showing us that higher prices is in store. The market did absorb a lot of the weakness that we've seen in this space, which is a very positive thing to see. So again, let's expect the market index in the S&P 500 to continue to move higher. And that's going to be our analysis for the S&P 500 as well. So now we're going to go ahead and look at the Dow. This is the last one. And as you can tell here on the weekly time frame, last week we did see some weakness coming to the market. But even like in the S&P 500, we're still showing indications that strength is present. Okay, so just like I did in the S&P 500, the Dow as well is giving us a head and shoulders. Okay, and a lot of people would utilize this as weakness coming to the market. Okay, so we are forming another head and shoulders in the market for the Dow, but the current sentiment of all the market participants is still betting to us that they are expecting this market to continue to move higher. That is the current sentiment of the Dow as well, looking for this index to continue to move higher. It might fall a little bit shorter than at 26,400 point level, okay, because we can't even break above this resistance line that we got drawn on our chart, 26,200 give or take. But currently the move in the Dow is still one of higher prices, so we're still anticipating this particular index to continue to move to the upside as well. So let's expect the Dow to move higher. We're not seeing a lot of weakness coming to the market in the Dow neither. The last week or so we did see some indications of some market weakness. In fact, volume did increase on this particular day, and we're still showing indications that the market is wanting to move higher. So I know you may be running across a lot of videos on YouTube, even in the mainstream media, to where they're trying to pinpoint to you the market getting weak and moving to the downside. We're just not seeing that on the price chart. So that's why we want to be your reliable source of news in this particular space. And currently all three indexes are pointing to higher prices. We're not seeing a lot of weakness coming in today. And now I just want to preface what I just said. I don't want you all to go with the expectation that there's going to be an all-out bull run to the upside, but rather the market sentiment is not one of urgency, recession, depression type market analysis right now. So again, let's keep our eyes open for next week. I am expecting these three indexes to continue to move higher, but again, not that high. So if this is your first time watching our video, make sure that you all go ahead and visit our website, HueFinancial.com. We're going to be placing a lot of our other pertinent news matters there. So in order for you to really stay in tune and involved with the financial markets, you definitely want to go ahead and go to our website, HueFinancial.com, to make sure that you are all updated on any breaking news or important information that we see on these price charts. Okay, as well, before I go, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe, like, and share this video content, because understanding language analysis is one of the most important things that all people who delve into the financial market needs to understand. If you don't understand language analysis, you're definitely are handicapping yourself dealing with these financial markets. Okay, so again, we appreciate you all taking out the opportunity out to watch this video. Make sure that you all maintain your profitability, and I will talk to you later.